Alright, there's a lot of games coming out, guys. The Switch is just pouring them out with these indie developers. And one of the things I wanted to do is just kind of go over some of the games that may have been missed that I just picked up recently or have been playing, such as Blaster Master Zero, Implosion, Strikers 1945, Phantom Trigger, and of course the latest and greatest, Sonic Mania. And if I get time, I'm going to try and do NAMCO Museum as well. So, like I said, guys, there's a lot of games on the eShop. There's a lot of reviews out there. These are my top 6 games that I think the indie developers have really hit the nail on the head. Alright, NAMCO Museum. This one is a lot of fun. This is the first game I want to review, okay? So let's dive right in. So right off the bat, you get Pac-Man, the classic 1980, 1-player, 2-player, okay? You also get Galaga, 1981, very classic shooter, okay? You get Dig Dug, also a very fun game. This one was in the arcades. You get the Tower of Druaga, which is a very hard game. I've tried it, I never played it as a kid, and honestly, I cannot get very far. So I'm gonna have to go look up and see how you actually play this game because I don't know how to play it. Sky Kid, which is a very fun game. It's a side-scrolling shooter, old school, very classic look and feel to it. You feel like you're on a Commodore, or maybe even a ColecoVision. And you get air and ground enemies that you have to attack, and a major enemy at the very end that you need to kill in order to successfully pass the level. You get Rolling Thunder, both 1 and, I don't know why it's way over here, Part 2, which is a really cool side-scrolling action game, platformer. You get Galaga 88, which is the revised version of Galaga. Splatter House. I couldn't believe that they actually put this one in here. This is really cool. And of course, Tank Force, which is a top-down, kind of like a new version of Combat. If you guys remember Combat from the Atari, this is like an upgraded version of it, right? So this one's a lot of fun. This is also 1 or 2 players. A great competitive game. Okay? And then you have Pac-Man Versus. This one's a lot of fun. You can link up 2 switches. Someone else has to have the game, and you can play with one guy being Pac-Man and the other 3 chasing around as ghosts. If you don't have a second switch, then 3 guys play as the ghosts, trying to get Pac-Man, okay? So, one of the things that I do like about these games, let me show you Sky Kid. Alright, as you noticed, the graphics actually have scan lines in them, okay? One of the things that they did, let's see, let's go to the menu real quick. Or just die. Yeah, that's genius. Alright, in the menu, you can go to display, and here you can move the position, vertically, horizontally, the aspect ratio, you can, zoom it in a little bit. Scan lines, you can change it to a lot of them, maxed out at 20, or you can take it all the way down to nothing, where it's bright and clear, whichever your preference, okay? I like it with a little bit of scan lines, usually about 7 to 10 is where I like it. You can rotate the screen, you can change the background. This is also something you can do on all of the games, guys. This display is such a great idea. There's no more wasted black space. It kind of gives it an arcade feel. I really like it for that, okay? So you can do all of this, like I said, on any game, okay? So let's go ahead and take that. Go back to the main menu. And give myself a coin. There's my main target. Did I just run into a grave? Are you serious? Ah, there you go. If you get shot, you can actually recover. Ah, so close. Alright, so another great game that you get is Rolling Thunder. Let's give this one a shot. This one is very difficult. Definitely takes a lot of hand-eye coordination. Taken straight from the arcade. Very fun. Very difficult though. It's kind of like an old version of Sunset Riders. They really make it to where you have to make them count, each bullet. Why they all look like they are about to go scuba diving, I don't know. That was the choice of graphics back then. One of the things they did do is when you pause the game, you can actually go to change game right here and select one of the other games, so you don't have to go out to the main menu. So one of the other games to check out is Splatter House. One of the other things I really like is, as you notice on the sides, there's this wallpaper. So they did that to kind of enhance, the game experience itself, because most of the time that area is black and the resolution doesn't fill up your whole screen. So they put this, wallpaper up there, and you can actually change the wallpaper. So Splatter House was one of the scariest games I played as a kid. I remember playing this when I was like 12, and I saw it in the arcade, and it was just really scary to me. Now I look at it and I laugh. It's basically, you play as a guy who's trying to rescue his girlfriend, who's stuck in his house, and of course they call that Splatter House. It's full of all kind of ghouls and things like that. Uh-oh, hit the wrong button. Ah, give me that. It's like golf. Forward. Yeah, the background interacted with you. It was one of those games where even the music just kind of set the mode. So you can jump and attack. You can jump and slide and attack. Very hard game though, very tight. It's not like Nintendo where you could see pretty much a mile ahead of you. You can see like half a second in front of you, so it makes the game much more challenging. I love the bat. Oh, that is funny. I remember when I first saw this, was on the TurboGrafx 16, and the heads come off. I forgot about that. And on the TurboGrafx 16, I had this, and I used to make fun of my buddy because all he had was a Sega Genesis, and with Golden Axe and things like that, you know, he would make fun of me and Altered Beast, and oh, look at what I got, these arcade games, and I showed him Splatter House, and it was a whole nother discussion, so it was pretty cool. Very difficult game, lots of fun, an arcade classic for sure. We'll take a look at one more on the NAMCO Museum and move on to the other games just for time's sake, so this video doesn't get too long. So it's pretty simple. You drive around, shoot all the other tanks. So you're trying to protect your base down here. See the white eagle? You don't want them to get to that. Okay? So you can shoot through buildings. So that adds a whole nother layer of strategy. There are upgrades. This is a lot of fun with two-player. So there's only one player, so of course I got first because I'm not competing against anybody. But very simple game, very classic combat style. You know, you go against each other for the high score. There's plenty of maps, plenty of levels. There are big bosses that you have to defeat, you know, so it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it, guys. Alright, let's jump into Blaster Master Zero. I think probably the best indie game yet. That is my humble opinion. And of course, completely biased because I love Nintendo and I absolutely love Sunsoft. And this game, when I was a kid, like I said, I loved Nintendo as a kid, was my all-time favorite game. So they've remastered it. There's several save spots. They've remastered it. There's new levels, new weapons. There's killer bosses. I love the feel of the game, you know, the level design, the pixelated look, all the different kinds of weapons for both your man and your vehicle. They give you a map. This is a pretty small one because there's a boss here. The music is really catchy. Just overall, a really good game. Very catchy tunes, you know, great level design. This guy kicked my butt earlier, so I figured I'd try him again, this time on camera. Alright. Let's see if we can take hard shell down this time. He whooped my behind last time. Got him. Haha. And on camera. Alright. What'd I get? Oh, dive gear, finally! I was wondering because my machine, I'm stuck underwater and I have no way to get out. Oh, thank goodness. It's pretty cool though to watch the characters interact and you kind of get a development of their story. Eve is actually someone who I just found and I'm helping. So, that's pretty cool. Just trying to help her find her way. So there's a, an overhead level design, which you saw. This is the platform area. So when I'm outside my vehicle and swimming around, I can go back to my vehicle, which is way down there on the bottom right in the map. Very catchy music, sound effects. Let's see, I'm pretty close. Okay. Yeah. Out of the way. I want my car. Save point. Oh yes, I can swim now. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is just wonderful. So you get the idea. But very cool. I think that Sunsoft did a great job in this game. I definitely think you should check it out. Alright guys, we're on to Implosion. Another great game. Yes, I know it's a port and it's been out for a while and I don't really care. It's new to me because I've never played it, never heard of it. I do think it's a very impressive game. They definitely put a lot of time into the graphics. There is a mountain of dialogue, a lot of character and story building in this game. Your Avalon that you see there, the photo, is basically like an avatar. You remotely control it from a ship, and so you're on the planet trying to clear out what they call Jada, which are basically zombies, so that you can re-inhabit the Earth, right? So it does have what they call the ARC system, so you can level up your Avalon. I'm currently level 5. There's a lot of character development in, the mech itself, building up his endurance, his armor, his hack level, his shield. I just got Jaguar Rush, which is a really cool kinetic attack. So there's a lot to this. You can also set up your ARC system and upgrade different, inventory data details to it. I've currently equipped Iron Will, which updates or increases my endurance by 16. I've also equipped the Electron Shield, which upgrades my armor, to level 2. So on and on it goes, but basically you get the point. There's all these different items that you can get to update your guy. There's badging rewards. What mission? It's normally a top-down kind of third-person view. This level, it's shifted. It's now this kind of a side scroller, like Final Fight, kind of look. I love that move. a fun game to play if you just want to smash things up and blow things away, you know. Definitely a stress reliever type game. Very cool. Alright, let's check out Tiny Build and Bread Team's Phantom Trigger. Very interesting game. It kind of takes the form of a top-down view, old school digital graphics, but very crisp, clean animations. The story is pretty interesting and pretty funny. You're talking to your wife over breakfast and suddenly you pass out, and this is where you awake. You know nothing of where you are, where you're going, why you're here, you know, who these people are that you run into. And he has a whip. Lizards talk to you. You do have a dialogue selection. You can, you know, what do you mean? Or who are you? So you're getting these little bits and pieces of what happens and, you know, where you are and what's going on. Very interesting story though. Draws you into the story to try and understand who they are and what they're looking for and why they're so interested in you. So this is your sword. You still got your whip. So you get items, you interact with different people. This is the portal. So where are we and what are we doing? Don't know. But I like cutting stuff up. So it definitely appeals to your sense of adventure, puzzle solving. I really like it though. It really appeals to my puzzle, you know, it's kind of a slow platformer style, and I think you guys should check it out. Oh yeah, now how could you do an eShop game review without including the latest and greatest Sonic Mania? So, did Sega hit the nail on the head? A lot of people were skeptical, including myself, about Sonic Mania. I like CRT Sharp. That's the way it looked in the old days, so that's the way I like it. But is this game any good? I would have to give it an astounding yes, 2 thumbs up. Sega definitely came back and put their game face on. This game had been remastered. It gave an homage to the original Green Hill zones. You know, the music is there, Sonic and Knuckles and Tails. Come back with a vengeance. There are new mechanics. But it still keeps it to its original formula and its recipe. It's a lot of fun. It's fast action. And it just, you know, it makes it fun and enjoyable. And they even put in 3D levels. Alright, so you get a time warp and you're pulled back into the original Green Hill Zone. But it is not exactly the same. There are a lot of differences. Alright. Now in one of the 3D zones, you actually have to catch this guy. And you gather these balls, and the more of them that you get, the faster you get. The faster you get, the more you can catch him. Ah! There we go. I need more of them. No! There we go. I'm gonna catch him now. Ah. Come on. Ah. No. So you're chasing him around this track, and he gets faster and faster, and you're supposed to be getting faster and faster. But unfortunately, I'm not. Ah. Ah. There we go. There we go. Catch his little butt. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Go, 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 go. Mach 5. Ever gonna catch that guy? There he is. I can see him. I can see him. Oh, I wonder if I can actually jump that now. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try that. Nope. I can see you. I'm coming for you. You're going to die. I kill you. Ah, beat you. Finally. So you get the Chaos Emeralds, and of course there are 7 of them, so you gotta get them all. But in the bonus levels you get these races like that in different 3D worlds. So some of the things that they added that were kind of cool, like that. There's other levels that have different environmental reactions, you know, such as, well, I'm not gonna ruin all of them for you, but you know, things that you haven't seen before. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Alright, boss time. But anyway, what do you think, guys? Absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun. Must have. Definitely go out and get it, guys. Alright. It was just, what, maybe 2 weeks ago I made a video where I was complaining about the shooters not coming to the Switch. And what do you know? Here we are, and we have Sicko, however you pronounce it, you know, porting over their arcade shooter, which I absolutely love, Strikers 1945. This game is a top-down shooter, so what they did is they put the wallpaper on the sides, as you know, you saw in some of the other arcade games, and put the game actually in the middle. So you can also go to display settings, and you know, you can make it portrait if you want, or landscape, different screen filters, you know, depending on how you like, you know, the look of the game. So I like Type 3 because they get those scan lines effect that I love. So. So very cool, you know, retro feel, great sound effects, you know, the music is intense, adds to the environment, you know, different kind of planes, you know, great looking bosses. Here's my special. Every plane has their own unique special. No. Yeah, every plane has their own unique special, which I really like. That also adds to the choice. You know, you're not just picking a plane to pick one, you're actually picking one based on the map you're on or whatever. I can't believe that he just missed me. But very cool. You know, in the level design, you have tanks, planes, land, sea. This one's snowy. You know, snow blowing by. I don't know if you can see it. It's very light. But snow blowing by. Different size and types of enemies, enemy fighters. Those are kind of cool. Those jets are flying backwards. Die. Are you serious? Okay, normally this... Okay, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen, guys. Anyway, so what do you think? Great game, guys. Highly recommend it. So there you have it, guys. Sonic Mania, Phantom Trigger, Strikers 1945. You got a great shooter, a great retro game. Phantom Trigger is also a great game. I really am intrigued by the story. I want to see how it ends. NAMCO Museum, also a very good game. Well, actually, set of games. You know, if you want to relive some of your old history, retro games, you know, NAMCO Museum is definitely a good buy. Implosion, an excellent, you know, port. I love what they've done with the game and the graphics. Lots of dialogue, lots of story, lots of character building and leveling. And of course, Blaster Master Zero, great sequel to a great game. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and if there's other games out there that I'm missing. You know, the eShop is coming out with them really fast. So, there's always a new one every week, at least 3. All right, till next time, ladies.